Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Mr. Robot. Last time on Mr. Robot, we had EPS 1.1 underscore 1 dash and dash ZER 0 ES dot MPEG, otherwise known as ones and zeros. What'll happen on that one? Well, Elliot got a job offer from Tyrell, who was like, yo, work for me at Evil Corp. And then he was like, no. And then there was some other stuff that I don't remember because I haven't edited the last episode yet, so I don't remember. Okay, well, he went back to F Society, and they were like, yo, we're gonna blow up the tape records. So it was something like that, like the tape records, basically, so that there would be no backups of anything, but that would potentially kill innocent people. And Elliot was like, no. And they were like, bro, if you leave, you're out. And Elliot left because he doesn't want to kill innocent people. And then obviously there was other stuff that I'm just not remembering off the top of my head. Obviously I will remember it once we get back into it. But at the end, Elliot went back to Mr. Robot and was like, yo, I know how to do this without people dying. And Mr. Robot was like, dude, you broke our trust. And then he just sort of threw him kind of off a cliff, basically. Threw him off the railing, and yeah, that was kind of the end of the episode. Crazy episode. Obviously, I don't remember too many of the details, but I will remember. That's the thing. Even if I don't remember details during the recap, I do remember once we get started on the episode. So, with that being said, we should go ahead and get started on this episode of Mr. Robot. Here we go.
For the sake of our company,
this guy's eyes are intense.
My promotion.
Nope. Okay, try again.
I'm gonna have to reschedule this. I'm gonna set up another time.
It's just that I think that...
I get it. We'll get another meeting on the books right away. We've got a really good CTO candidate.
Uh-oh.
Board is very excited about.
Uh-oh.
No kidding.
He's buying a fight, basically. Or just someone to beat.
Please, no more.
Oh! You just bought a dude to beat. Jeez.
Most coders think debugging software is about fixing a mistake.
Are you okay?
But that's bullshit. About understanding why the bug was there to begin with. About knowing that its existence was no accident. It came to you to deliver a message, like an unconscious bubble floating to the surface, popping with a revelation you've secretly known all along. I don't know why I'm saying all of this. Or maybe I'm just freaking out because I never thought I'd wake up to find these two women staring back at me. Hospitals. A heavily networked one like this are almost too easy to hack. This is William Highsmith.
Hi.
He's not only the head of the IT department here, he is the IT department. He's also an idiot. Not that I blame him. He uses useless virus scans, dated servers, and security software that runs on Windows 98.
Yeah, look at that.
It's one of the reasons why I made this place my primary care facility. I can make my health records look like every other obedient zombie out there.
Wow.
Jessica Alba says she wants to join F Society.
What?
Well, I'm not the princess of social graces, but typically it goes something like, hi, this is Darlene.
Stop.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
Darlene. I'm terrible at remembering
Babe,
her name for some
seriously,
reason.
We have a lot of shit to discuss, so if you wouldn't mind.
Get out.
So I guess there's just punishment, but he could get back in.
You have 100 hours precisely.
Whoa.
After that,
Everything we own will be released.
Okay, what's going on here? Oh, they're watching him. Is this another guy? Is this F Society? Is this another like, group. He'll break soon. Okay. Oh, what's happening? Well, see, okay, then he can't be F Society because they don't communicate with each other.
Mr. Robot may have found Evil Corp's bug, but he didn't find mine. That's the only way to protect myself. Never show them my source code. Close myself off. Create my cold, perfect maze where no one can ever find me.
Elliot, I cannot believe you work here. This place is a shithole.
What are you doing here, man?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
I'm not going anywhere until you do. So I can hang out here and create a scene, or you can give me 5 minutes at the bar next door. Either way, I'm gonna have fun. Dealer's choice.
Just go to the bar. He's not gonna push you off of the bar.
I'm sorry for what I did.
I don't buy it. More importantly, I don't give a shit.
I never wanted to hurt you.
You threw him off a cliff.
People get violent, get that way because they can't communicate. I'm sure you wanted to apologize too. Sometimes pushing your kid away is just easier. Don't stay mad at him too long, kiddo.
He is kind of like turning into Elliot's dad.
You're the key to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Without you, there is no plan.
That's it. It's over. Expect me to believe that?
Yeah. They don't have another way.
F Society's finally over.
Oh.
The recent glitch and the otherwise neat reality I created over the years.
Nah.
I'll never slip up like that again. I'm gonna be more normal now. Maybe Shayla could even be my girlfriend.
Yep. It's the end of the show,
I'll go see
folks.
those stupid Marvel movies with her.
Nah.
I'll join a gym. I'll heart things on Instagram. I'll drink vanilla lattes.
This is all in
I'm
his
gonna
head.
lead a bug-free life from
He's still
now
in that
on.
bar, isn't he?
Anything. Can I bring my girlfriend?
You have a girlfriend.
Nah.
Well, I haven't asked her yet, but I will. Hopefully she'll say
I
yes.
will have a girlfriend. In a different context, that could be creepy.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Is this actually happening?
Was he drinking Starbucks?
No? Okay, it's actually happening.
Allt jag gör jag för oss.
Oss? Eller det?
Oss. Am I?
They sound like they have a healthy relationship.
My boss invited me to a dinner party at his place tonight.
Okay, this is all legit.
Just put all the elements
It's beautiful.
together.
Oh.
I've never seen this before. She must...
Never posted online.
Yeah.
A lot of them's they're not done.
She's got her own private maze, too.
Cool.
Took a lot of different pieces.
Can I kiss you?
Oh. Well, that worked out.
I have no idea what there was to even be suspicious about. I mean, what possible motivation would you have to do anything? I guess I was just being...
Gideon has to let this go. If
Oh,
he
no.
comes near this hornet's nest, I'm not sure I can save him from it. I have to kill any suspicion left.
You've
Uh-oh.
been nothing but a hard worker for all safe. So, I apologize.
It's alright.
I was worried that the DAT file I found wasn't the right one, and I just didn't want to get your hopes up in case I was wrong. That's why I didn't tell you before the meeting.
Shit. I'm gonna have to let him hug me, aren't I?
Yep. Alright. Well, hey. All that cost you was a hug. And you got him out.
Involved in the cover-up of the widely publicized Washington Township toxic waste scandal. If these reports
Whoa.
are true, Colby may be facing more indictments. 26 employees died from similar types of leukemia. Evil Corp, however,
Oh.
a class action lawsuit filed against it by the surviving victims dismissed.
He's
claiming
getting
there
to
was no
him.
direct evidence linking their factories to the diagnoses. Now these emails indicate
He's
that
enticing
Colby
him.
was, in fact,
It's
aware of the
so
dangerous
fascinating to
levels
watch
of
them
toxicity
work.
and kept it a secret
Well, not
because
see
it
them
will
work, just see
not be
results happen.
cost-effective. What's
going on?
That's how my mom and Elliot's dad. I have to go.
Oh, her mom too?
No, I'd rather-
Really? You know what, guys? You don't make it look good. I'll just say that.
Well, that's about as clean as I'm gonna get it. You have to do the rest in the shower.
Okay.
I don't mind being a little dirty.
Yeah, maybe it's because this guy is creepy. But that was weird. Oh. Was this all a ploy?
It's different, Ollie. Both of our parents died because that's how we know each other.
Ah.
I really don't want to talk about this right now.
What if I do?
Dude, come on.
Do what?
I want to talk. About something.
Something. You want to be more specific?
I have to tell you something.
Really?
I don't know why you're putting yourself through this. You don't have to keep looking at it. Alright? It meant nothing. Okay, I know I sound like a broken record, but I love you and I want to be with you.
Stop speaking.
Yeah, dude, this is done.
Just how did they...
Our accounts are linked because of my student loans. I used your laptop to access it. He has my dad's social security, his credit card numbers, everything.
Okay. Okay, that is bad, but I'm
That's
sure
very
the cops
bad.
will figure... Angela, are you crazy? No, we cannot just infect Allsafe's network because of this.
Wait, what?
I'll lose my job.
And there it is.
Nah.
Even if we put the CD in, who says this guy won't just do all this anyway?
Maybe Elliot could do something? I don't know what. So this guy has dirt on them and also her bank accounts and stuff.
I don't want to break up with you. I'm sorry that I said that.
Really?
Okay, så lad os få sat en middag op med dem. Så hurtigt som muligt.
Tycker du inte att det är lite väl genomskinligt?
Jo. Men altså, meget jeg end det, så virker det ikke som om, vi har tid til at være blygsomme.
This is weird. Tyrell is weird.
Here's the plan.
Well, he's in. He's in. He's in, boys. He's in. Okay, that's episode 3. Yeah, I was curious if maybe like this season, I guess this doesn't really make sense, but I kind of wondered if maybe this season was going to be like a back and forth, like I guess almost like a will they won't they of will Elliot join F Society or not. But no, he does. So he has now. We just needed to take some time to get there, you know? We gotta take some time. I don't know what sort of accent that was. Well, it's the Hondo Onaka accent from Star Wars. That's about the best I got. Whew. Okay. You know, there are some things in this show where you honestly, like... There's some things in this show where it's like, okay, they don't... Like, something will happen, but they don't overtly tell you what happened, but the characters know, but you don't fully know, but you sort of have to pick up on what they're talking about. Does that make sense? I've kind of seen this in some other shows where it's not like basically what I'm trying to say, because this probably sounds crazy, but what I'm trying to say is, like, something happens. something happens in the plot, but they don't show you what happened necessarily. Oh, excuse me, I'm very burpy all of a sudden. Like, they don't show you what happened necessarily, like, fully. They don't show it and, like, explain it and be like, this is exactly what happened, now let's talk about it. Like, you can see something, you can kind of see, like, okay, something is happening here, but we don't fully know what. Just some sort of vague thing is happening, but they don't tell you what is happening. Then there will be a conversation basically saying, hey, we got to talk about this, and through context clues, basically, you find out what happened. And I do see that on some shows, not every show, not every show does that, but this is definitely a show to do that. This is definitely a show to do that, or even like something like Breaking Bad will kind of do that too, where it's like, again, it's like it slightly shows you something happening, but you don't know what, but then you have to pick up on all the context clues in the ensuing conversation. And that is definitely what happened with this identity theft or something. Like, I'm still not fully 100% on what happened exactly, Anyway, we can go ahead and hop into the notes on this one. I just realized, it's starting to look dark out there, isn't it? It's actually Saturday when I'm filming this. I didn't film this at the normal time. Filming this on Saturday after watching Doctor Who Classics, so yeah, it's nearly 5 o'clock, so the sun's going down. Anyway, not important. Let's get into the notes. So the first thing I wrote down, okay, we got stuff with Tyrell, which we're going to have to, I guess we should kind of group those together. Okay, you know what? The first thing I actually want to talk about, let me go back. I want to hear exactly what he says about Bugs, because Bugs is the whole, basically the theme of this episode. So I kind of want to just, listen to it again to make sure I caught everything.
Most coders think debugging software is about fixing a mistake, but that's bullshit. Debugging is actually all about finding the bug, about understanding why the bug was there to begin with, about knowing that its existence was no accident. It came to you to deliver a message, like an unconscious bubble floating to the surface, popping with a revelation you've secretly known all along. I don't know why I'm saying all of this. Maybe it's because I'm pumped up on whatever smack legal drug dealers like Eli Lilly make money off nowadays. But usually it's because there's a sense it's coming. A bug buzzing its way towards me to gum up the works until it forces me to make a call. Kill me or embrace me. Or maybe I'm just freaking out because I never thought I'd wake up to find these two women staring back at me.
Alright, so that's what he initially says about bugs. So basically, like, the way they talk about the bugs is pretty much everyone has a bug, and it pretty much, like, he says, like, it's no accident that bugs exist, and certain people can either, I guess, sort of take advantage of it, kill it, or embrace it, and I guess that's pretty much what he's saying. Sometimes it can be hard for me to, like, piece together everything that's said in these episodes, especially because, these are obviously, these discussions and stuff are my immediate thoughts on the episode that I watch, so I don't have, like, time to go away and, like, process and, like, rewatch scenes and, like, figure out everything and then come back. So if there is a few things where I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess that's kind of what I have you guys for. You can, go leave a comment, basically, to help clear things up for me. But yeah, so that is one thing. It's like I'm trying to make sure I figure out everything, but sometimes that can be a little hard. But okay, so bugs. So kill me or embrace me. And pretty much everyone has their sort of bug. They're sort of like he says, they're sort of like personal maze, I guess. And for him, it would be his dad and everything that happened with his dad's death. And, like he says later, like, okay, Shayla has her quilting, basically. I assume that the quilting, it looked a hell of a lot like quilting. Maybe that's not the right term, but you know what I mean. She has her stuff. Everyone has their particular little bug, and I think he even mentions during the scene where Tyrell picks up the guy. Yeah. Let me see.
The bug finally makes itself known. It can be exhilarating.
Well.
Like you just unlocked something.
A bug, or like a quirk, basically.
Be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Mr. Wellick? Hey. What was your name again? Anwar.
Anwar.
You came to places like this.
That's a hell of a name. Anwar.
You're here now. Here because you are. Sorry, I don't get it. I think you're beautiful. I want to take you home. Hey, I thought you were married.
Because after all, the bug's only purpose, its only reason for existence, is to be a mistake that needs fixing. To help you right or wrong. And what feels better than that?
Okay. Trying to... Like I said, trying to make sure I piece together everything. So a bug... Yeah, it's like I understand the concept of a bug, but trying to relate it to what he's talking about with people can be a bit tricky. But yeah, I think I got this. So a bug is like basically like a mistake, basically, and you can either, like he said, a bug, kill it or embrace it. So for stuff like that, like, okay, I guess Shayla, for her stuff, she embraces it. Guess that's it. I am not sure. Wow, okay, I am really... It's such a weird thing. Maybe it's because we're trying to apply this, I guess sort of technical thing to people, but I don't know, like I'm really trying to figure out, because maybe it's because you pretty much normally think of a bug as something negative, oh, there's a bug or like a glitch or something. Okay, well, isn't that bad? But then the way he talks about it in the case of humans, like, well, not necessarily. Like, sometimes, again, kill it or embrace it. Do you kill the bug or do you embrace it? And like he says, when he says later, I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, well, when a bug basically presents itself, the software adapts to it, basically. So, yeah. I guess that's basically it. If I am off the mark, again, y'all are there for me in the comments, I hope. Hopefully. But I think I'm getting it. So, okay. So, I guess we could pretty much group the Tyrell notes together. I only have 2 of them. Okay. But the 2 notes that I guess significant things happening for Tyrell. Kind of. Okay, so he wants to be, he obviously wants to be the CTO of Evil Corp, and now I thought, so I guess, is he like acting CTO? Like, I'm not really sure what, because he presented himself as the CTO, but now apparently they're gonna go with someone else instead of him. So, which is pretty interesting. And so yeah, so something's happening there, and maybe they're going to do something in order to make sure he becomes the CTO, but I don't know. But it's definitely a roadblock for him. And he also, so this was interesting. So he went out and paid a guy so that he could beat the crap out of him. That was very interesting. Because yeah, it's like, okay, he needs to relieve some stress, so he pays a guy to let him beat the crap out of him, which is it's interesting, and because at first I was almost thinking like, wait, is he going to like I was kind of thinking, like, is he paying him to beat him? And I was like, no, that's not it. And then, he puts on the gloves. I assume he puts on the gloves so it doesn't look like, he's been in a fight. So he puts on the gloves and, he takes off, like, his jacket and his tie and stuff, and his watch as well. I would assume that would be in case, any blood, but he keeps his shirt on. I don't know. That's getting way too nitpicky, even though that is what I do on the channel. So he pays a guy so that he can beat the crap out of it. It is basically just a stress reliever, which is interesting. So yeah. And then, okay, so we had Tyrell banging the dude, and okay, now again, rewatching that little point where they met there, I forgot that he says, I'm here because you're here, and it's like, oh, okay, and I was kind of curious about that line, but then after, they do the business, dump the buckets or whatever you want to call it, I made that worse. Sorry. After they, do the deed and he goes off, he specifically, like, planted something into his phone, which I don't really know what that was, honestly. It was something specific. I mean, I don't know if going back and looking is gonna help me. So I have to say, this guy playing Tyrell, he does a good job at looking intense. He does honestly look like Steven Weber. Am I the only person that thinks that? This is Steven Weber. I guess I haven't seen him in too many things, but like, he played Jack Torrance in the Shining miniseries, and he was also a villain on iZombie. He was like Von Du Clark, like that was his name. It was such a goofy name, but he was a lot of fun. Tyrell kind of looks like him, honestly. Okay, so he plants something specific into the guy's phone, root frame. He's installing something. They got those classic sounds. I remember those sounds, man. Oh, that sound. That is a Galaxy S3 sound. It was so quiet, though, you probably didn't hear it. Okay, he's got some sort of root thing going on. And this, of course, I don't really know technical terms, so I'm not sure what exactly he's doing. Okay, I think that was pretty much it. So he did something specific to the guy's phone, so I'm curious if that's going to come back later. I don't know what. So, yeah. So there was that, and then there was his wife, where he comes home, and his pregnant wife wants some bondage going on. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess, okay, so they had a little bit of another conversation there where she was like, oh, well, we should have the other guy that's going to be CTO over for dinner. Okay, hang on. Sorry. There was a piece of metal over here and it was shining right into my eyes, so I had to turn that over. Jeez. Okay. I've got sunspots now. Great. That's just great. So she was like, oh, we should invite the other CTO candidate over for dinner. And he's like, oh, isn't that a little too obvious? Like, you're just going to fucking kill him or something? Like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. I'm kind of distracted by the bondage going on, So, I don't know. Tyrell's such a weird character, but yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so we had Elliot waking up in the hospital, which was interesting. I like that he says, I specifically chose this hospital as my primary care hospital, basically, because he can so easily hack it and hack his records. So even though, yes, he agreed not to do morphine anymore and take drug tests, he can easily go in and change the records before Krista sees them. So that was really interesting. Now, how did he get to the hospital? Did I would assume Mr. Robot called it in or something. I don't know. They don't really say. They don't really say how he got there, just that he got there. Let's see. I guess we can sort of group the Ollie stuff together. So Ollie, he had 100 hours basically to put in this CD. So he had 100 hours to put in this CD basically. Whatever it was. And yeah, this is a completely different thing. Like, at first I was like, okay, maybe this is like part of F Society. But no, because the guy was communicating and they're not allowed to communicate. So this was just some other hacker basically. But yeah, and then he did come clean to Angela and was like, hey, yeah, I've been basically cheating on you and this hacker has gotten to me and he wants me to put the CD in. And okay, so I guess it was, I don't know, like I'm not really sure. Again, this is part of they don't really just tell you everything, which, sometimes can be good. Sometimes it kind of just leaves me being like, wait, what was the thing we're doing? What, huh? But the thing specifically, like, I guess, she said it's like, okay, well, if you, like, because she accessed her student loan records, that means she linked her bank account to that laptop, and then she linked her bank account to that laptop, which gave this guy her social security number and her dad's social security number and everything. It basically, she said, identity theft. And I guess the reason that... Okay, I guess the reason that they did this, they can do this, was the blackmail? I'm not sure. And then they want him to put the CD in. They want him to put the CD in. So maybe if they put the CD in, that will give the hackers all the information, And maybe they're using the cheating basically as blackmail to make sure it gets done. I'm not fully sure. Again, they don't really explain everything that happened there. And the other thing they say is that basically they were going to put something in Allsafe, basically.
Broken record, but I love you and I want to be with you.
Stop speaking. We need to break up.
Angela, come on.
What choice did you give me, Ollie?
Look, I know I have a problem. I'm not denying
Maybe
that.
my problem is I can't be with a guy with your problem. Where's the CD?
It's in my bag. Why?
He has my bank account, Ollie, and my dad's bank account.
Okay, they want...
How did they...
Our accounts are linked because of my student loans. I used your laptop to access it. He has my dad's social security, his credit card numbers.
Okay, so they want to put the CD into Allsafe.
Okay, that is bad, but I'm sure the cops will figure out a way.
If we don't do what this guy says and we go to the cops, then he's just going to sell our information to the highest bidder, and me and my dad are completely screwed. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to come back from massive identity theft like this?
What are you saying? Angela, are you crazy? No, we cannot just infect Allsafe's network because of this.
Okay. Figuring this out. Okay, so they have... Okay, I think I get it. They have the information. So now, not only is it blackmail with the... blackmail, basically, you know what I mean? But it's not just that they have the stuff on Ollie, but now they also have the stuff on Angela, which means they have stuff on her dad. So that is basically how they have a hold now on both Ollie and Angela. And what they want them to do is put the CD in one of the computers at Allsafe, which he almost did today. He almost did, and infect Allsafe's network. Okay, I get it now. Took me a sec, had to rewatch a scene, but I figured it out. Okay. So otherwise, they will take the credit card information, the social security number, and everything, if they don't do it. Okay, now I get it. I'm curious if they could bring this to Elliot and he could do something, but I don't know. I do not know. But this is quite the predicament they're in now. And they talked a little bit about breaking up, just like, oh, well, we got to break up. But then she kind of backtracked on it, which is weird. So I don't know, like, I don't know what was up with that, but okay. But now I understand it, so, okay. I had to figure it out, but we're good. I guess this basically brings us back to Elliot, who was out, and, yeah, he was out, even though Mr. Robot apologized, he was out, and, it was very interesting watching. It's like, oh, yeah, he's out, and if there's no plan without him, that means F Society is over. I don't fully buy that was true. Although, I don't know. I don't fully buy that was true, but I guess it was true, which is why this stuff with the toxic waste and, people dying of leukemia, I guess that was part of, I guess that was Mr. Robot's way of getting Elliot back, I guess that was it. That was his way of, like, tempting him back. Like, hey, man, come on. So, I guess it was that. But, yeah, that was interesting, watching Elliot sort of be normal for a little bit and, like, drinking Starbucks and stuff like that. That was kind of funny. So, I like that. But, yeah, the whole thing with the toxic waste. So, okay, I didn't even know that, again, this is stuff that they don't just tell us. You kind of find out through conversations. But Angela's mother died in the same way, basically, that Elliot's father did, from the toxic waste that gave them leukemia, basically. And that's how they met each other. Like, oh, that makes sense. I get it now. So, yeah, so they both lost parents to this, and now Mr. Robot has brought it to the forefront of the indictments, basically, against Colby, which is interesting. So, yeah, so that was basically just a way to reel Elliot back in, which it worked. Elliot did go back. He went back, and now he has a plan. Now, again, I'm curious if it's the plan that he had that doesn't involve casualties, or if he's just going in and is like, okay, whatever, let's just get the job done because this does need to get done. I'll be curious. I think it would be an interesting sort of thing if Elliot does sort of try to keep F Society, like, almost, I guess, kind of keep them in check. Like, hey, we shouldn't take innocent lives. We need to work extra hard to do what we need to do, but not take innocent lives. So I'll be curious to see what the plan is, basically. So yeah, but that was pretty much it. Another great episode, very interesting. Little complicated things sprinkled in there that we kind of have to decipher a little bit. And again, if there's anything that I missed, you are welcome to explain it down in the comments, because that's what I like. Sometimes I just can't get something. I'm not 100% on understanding a show. It happens to everyone, but that's what I have you guys for, is to help me along so that I can better understand the show and better enjoy the show. So yeah. But I do try to get everything. Just sometimes things slip up. But yeah, another good episode, and I'm very excited to see where we are going next time. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Mr. Robot reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.